Okay, so this time we may focus on using multimedia resources in instruction. Using multimedia instruction involves the integration of various forms of media, no, such as text, images, audio, video, and interactive elements into the teaching and learning process to enhance student engagement, comprehension, and retention. So, through this one, no, and I believe, no, by appealing to multiple senses, no, multimedia resources provide a dynamic and enriching educational experience, no, catering to different learning styles and needs. So multimedia resources make learning more engaging, no, by transforming static content into interactive and visually appealing materials. Let's say, for example, videos, no, can illustrate complex processes while animation can simplify abstract concepts. So these elements make lessons more relatable and easier to understand, no, particularly for visual and auditory learners. So additionally, using diverse formats helps maintain, no, students' attention and interest throughout the lesson. So incorporating multimedia supports, no, differentiated instruction, which is critical in diverse classrooms. So with multimedia, teachers, no, can provide varied materials such as infographics, no, podcasts, or interactive simulations that cater to individual learning preferences and abilities. And this flexibility allows a student to choose the format that best suit, no, their understanding, fostering a more personalized learning environment. One of the significant advantages of multimedia is its ability to facilitate active learning, no? Interactive elements such as quizzes, no, yung drag and drop activities and virtual labs encourages students to participate actively in the learning process. So this hands-on engagement not only reinforces concept but also promotes critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity. So multimedia resources are particularly effective in fostering deeper understanding through multimodal learning. So when students receive information through multimedia channels such as reading a text, listening to an explanation, and watching a related video, they process and retain information more effectively. And this combination strengthen neural connections, making it easier to recall, no, and apply knowledge in different contexts. So using multimedia also enhances collaboration and communication among students. Tools like online discussion boards, multimedia presentations, and collaborative video projects encourage students to work together, no, share ideas, and develop teamwork skills. So these activities not only build content knowledge but also cultivate the 20th century competencies like, oh my God, what happened? Like uh, communication and digital literacy. So despite its benefits, no, using multimedia in instruction requires careful planning po and execution because we as teacher must ensure that the selected materials align with learning objectives and are appropriate for the student's age and skills level. So overloading lesson with multimedia can lead to cognitive overload. So it is essential to strike, no, a balance, no, and use of resources purposely.
Let's learn English through Educatune with teacher Aya.
As a learner, you need different kinds of resources as you study. Apart from economic resources, you also need resources that will help you easily understand the lessons and help you successfully perform the tasks assigned to you by your teacher. Here comes in technology. Technology, specifically multimedia resources, that will help you ease the learning job. After completing this lesson, you should be able to use correct and appropriate multimedia resources when orally giving information, instructions, making explanations, and narrating events in personal or factual recounts. Before starting this lesson, let's find out what you already know about multimedia resources and their use. Write the letter of the correct answer in your notebook. 1. If you were just simply asked to write a narration of your most unforgettable experience, what resource would you likely use? A. Text, B. Audio, or C. Video? Number 2. What multimedia resource allows you to combine the use of text, images, and other media such as audio clips and videos? A. Text, B. Audio, or C. PowerPoint slides? 3. What multimedia resource is best to use if you were tasked to explain gravity through a demonstration? A. Audio, B. Video, or C. PowerPoint slides? Now let's check your answers. The correct answers are 1. Letter A. Text. Number 2. Letter C. PowerPoint slides. And number 3. Letter B. Video. Good. You seem to have an idea about multimedia resources. Now, let's have a quick activity. In your notebook, list 2 names of cell phone applications and 2 names of software or programs installed in your smartphone or computer that are helpful in your study. You may have written applications such as Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, PDF, YouTube, WPS, and many others. These are the common multimedia resources when we give information, explanations, and instructions. And at times, you and your classmates learn effectively and get entertained from using such multimedia resources. The word multimedia comes from the 2 Latin roots multi and media. Multi means several or many, and media means in the middle. This multimedia definition tells us that materials on the internet or in your class presentations involve several forms of communication to connect, that is, to be in the middle of the sender and receiver. Moreover, multimedia is a broad term for combining multiple media formats. Whenever text, audio, still images, animation, video, and interactivity are combined together, the result is multimedia. We have different multimedia resources. First are text materials. text is still a primary way to transmit information. It is the simplest and oldest resource. Text takes us back to how the internet started, as a means of sending written messages back and forth between communicators. This resource can be used in writing instructions, making announcements, giving information, narrating events, and the list goes on. Simply print your presentation on any paper or have it encoded as a Word document. Just make sure that the output is readable enough by your audience. Common application of which are Microsoft Word and PDF. Number 2, PowerPoint slides. It is a presentation program developed by Microsoft. PowerPoint is often used to create business presentations, but can also be used for educational or informal purposes. The presentations are comprised of slides, which may contain text, images, and other media such as audio clips and video. This resource is best to use in giving information, instructions, making explanations, and narrating events. Third are photographs and other still images. Illustrations are perhaps the oldest form of media. Historically, Gutenberg's printing press in the 1400s enabled mass distribution of multimedia works containing both text and images. Simply take a photograph of your subject and present it as you orally given information, instruction, explanation, or a narration. It is possible that you use text as caption of the image. Fourth, audio files. Your website or presentation can add sound from a musical background to a spoken explanation by including audio files. Simply record information and instruction, explanation, narration using your smartphone and play it before the class. Video presents moving pictures and typically combines images and sounds for a compelling multimedia experience. Of course, videos can include text as well, which often appears as captioning for spoken words or as text in an image, as in the case of a slide presentation. With your camera phone, simply record a video as you orally give information, instructions, explanation, or narration. You can start making your video by using either a digital camera, a videotape recorder, your mobile phone, or even your webcam. Number 6, GIFs or GIFs and other forms of animation. GIFs or GIFs, which is an abbreviation for Graphics Interchange Format, are small files that present a single image or rapidly display a sequence of a few images to give the appearance of motion. Here is a table of the common file types of the multimedia resources. Now let's talk about the usability of the multimedia resources. Here is a table indicating the applicable use of such resources. Now here is a simple guide before you use and select a media resource to be used in your class presentation. Simply ask yourself the following questions. 1. What is my task? What is the purpose of doing so? Number 2, what multimedia resource is applicable to use? 3, do I know how to apply such resource in my presentation? 4, will I be understood if I use this particular resource? And lastly, is this resource accessible during preparation and during presentation? Now that you've learned about multimedia resources, let's check your understanding of the lesson. Write true if the statement is correct and false if it is not. 1. Multimedia is a broad term for combining multiple media formats. Number 2. Multimedia comes only in a single format, making its use exclusive and practical. Number 3. Even without the aid of multimedia, an explanation about a certain subject can be still lively and animated. 4. Video presents moving pictures and typically combines images and sound for a compelling multimedia experience. Now, try using the Microsoft PowerPoint and prepare 3 to 4 slides that instruct or explain why do people need to observe social distancing and wear masks in this time of pandemic.
Congratulations, you have
Okay, so again, as I mentioned earlier, no, uh, multimedia resources, no, significantly enrich, no, the instructional process, no, by making learning more engaging, no, accessible and interactive. However, effective integration requires thoughtful design, no, a focus on achieving educational goals and continuous evaluation to ensure that these tools, no, genuinely enhance the learning experience. So I believe by leveraging the potential of multimedia, educators can create dynamic, inclusive, and effective learning environment that prepare our students for the challenges of the modern world. Okay?